I'm Loud Esmond with Winners and Whiners, just one of the many prognosticators on this network that are here to help make you winners and better betters. Remember to hit the bell, like, subscribe, and send us your comments so that we know what you're interested in and you can tell us about all your big wins. The NFL preseason is mere weeks away, and that means the NFL season, with all its excitement, is only a couple of months away. This is the time of year when I like to place a few strategic futures bets and over-under bets. Futures bets is where, well, you're betting on a team of what it's going to do in the future. Could they win the Super Bowl? Could they win their division? Could they win the conference championship? And by the way, you can get some great odds on those. Man, the Rams right now are plus 1,200 or plus 1,400, depending on where you go. The Cincinnati Bengals, plus 2,000, plus 2,200. Boy, there's some good payouts there if you happen to win something like that. And who wouldn't want a couple of grand coming to them at the end of an NFL season? Overall win-loss bets, which is what I'm going to focus on today, is where you bet on a team based on the odds makers over or under number for that team. So, team I'm focusing on today, the Denver Broncos. Their number, 10.5 wins, which means if you bet the under, they have to win 10 or less. If you bet the over, they have to win 11 or more. I like the under here. Here's some of the reasons why. The Broncos won 7 games last year. The year before that, it was 5. Before that, it was 7. Before that, it was 6. Before that, it was 5. In other words, they haven't sniffed a double-digit win in several seasons. The last time that they had more than 10 wins was 2015. They had 12, and Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl with them. Well, if you think about it, it was actually the defense, I think, that won that game. Anyway, they make several big offseason moves. They bring in Green Bay offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett to be their new head coach. Now, everybody knows why they really brought in Nathaniel Hackett. They wanted to get Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers didn't come to Denver. So, as a franchise without a quarterback, what do? Well, you pay too much for one. So they went to Seattle. They played Let's Make a Deal. They gave up a bunch of high picks and players, good players. Tight end Noah Fant, defensive end that is really good in Shelby Harris, a kind of starting quarterback in QB Drew Lock, although Christian, my producer, would tell you that Lock is a lock to be a great quarterback. I'm not sure he's a lock. He may just be not a great starting quarterback. We'll see how that works out. And by the way, I think Seattle is leaning towards Geno, not Drew Lock. Anyway, so what does Denver get in the draft? Well, they get a pass coverage linebacker. They get a decent tight end prospect from UCLA. They get some depth in the secondary and the defensive line. So now you've got inexperienced coaches, an offensive coordinator, head coach, defensive coordinator, and you're still weak at linebacker. And then let's look at Russell Wilson. Wilson didn't crack the top 20 in passing yards last year. Now, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in Seahawk land. I watched every game he played. Early part of the season, he was meh. And then he gets hurt. Then he comes back too soon, and he's meh. And at the end of the season, he's meh. I think he ended up 21st in terms of passing yards. Now, in his defense, the years before that, top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10, but it wasn't like great. He was like number 10, number 9, number 6. I think he cracked the top 5 once. And this is when he's throwing to Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. A lot of people would argue that's the best receiving duo in the NFL. So what has he got when he goes to Denver? Well, he doesn't exactly have Tyler Lockett and Jerry Jeudy. He's got two guys that Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. He's got two guys in Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy who haven't exactly lit the league on fire. People will say, well, it's the quarterback, with a good quarterback. Well, we'll see. But at best, they're unproven. What does he get at tight end? Well, they gave his tight end away. What has he got at running back? Not much. Is the defense good? Yeah, but they still are crap at linebacker, where they were bad last year and were bad in the running game and haven't addressed it. So is he going to be better or worse? I say worse. He's older. He's in an entirely new offensive scheme. He's never been anywhere but the Seahawks with a coaching staff he's entirely familiar with. Now he's got an entirely new cast, and he's supposed to be the hero of the franchise. Denver also plays in what might be the toughest division in the NFL, the AFC West. The Raiders, likely playoff team. The Chiefs, well, they're the Chiefs. The Chargers, they're a sexy pick to win the Super Bowl for a lot of folks. They might, at best, split. That's 3 losses in their division. Now, they have several winnable games during the season. They get the Texans, the Jets, the Jaguars, the Panthers. Panthers with Baker Mayfield might be a lot better than people think. The Jets might be a lot better. They had a great draft. They might be a lot better. Second year with their head coach, second year with their rookie quarterback, and with a better supporting cast. Then they also have to play at the Titans, Ravens, and Rams. They could lose all 3 of those games. Coming to them during the season, they've got the Colts, who have one of the best running games and offensive lines and running backs. They have Matt Ryan at quarterback now, so they don't have Carson Wentz who's going to save you by throwing your team 3 interceptions. And the Arizona Cardinals, well, they've got to play them at the end of the season when they're going to have all-world DeAndre Hopkins receiver back. And they also get the 49ers at home, who are not going to be a slouch. They're going to be a tough out, even with questions at quarterback. And then there's the opening game. They go to Seahawk land, and he has to meet his longtime head coach, Pete Carroll, who knows him better than anybody else. I don't like players going back and playing against teams that have the same head coach when they were there for years. They know what their tendencies are. They know what they do well, what they don't do well. And I think it's going to be a tough game to win. I think Seattle gets the revenge here. 11 wins for the Broncos this year is your over. I don't see it. I'll take the Broncos under 10.5. I'm Loud Esmond for Winners and Whiners. Hope you get some wins. I'm going to help you do that. And so is the rest of the cast here at Winners and Whiners, where we want to make you better bettors.